Man. So Kimberly Kardashian is sad about being a rich single mother. Man, somebody get me the world's smallest violin, bro, because I couldn't believe this. But on the other hand, I actually have some type of empathy for her. Let's get into this context. Okay, so Kim K had an epiphany the other day, right? She says, Kim Kardashian opens up about the struggles of being a single parent. There are nights I cry myself to sleep. Now, I already know the general consensus around this topic is, oh, this rich white woman, blah, 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 who cares? You're rich, money could provide all of the things, blah, 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 blah. And that's all coming from people who's obviously not as, financially privileged as she is. Completely understandable. I get it. No issues, blah, blah, blah. I understand where people is coming from. And I mean, I would look at it the same way. Like, you're a multi-billionaire. You could hire and or pay for any of the things that you need. Any of the problems that, being a single mother will cause, she could just she could just pay for it. She could just buy it or whatever the case. She could buy the solution. She could pay for the solution. Now, of course, people that's not as financially privileged don't understand that, so they can't empathize with her. They can't look at it from her perspective, which I will, because, you look up all of these studies, you hear all of these things about, single mother-led households, or, pretty much women-led households in general. Okay, I'll leave the pictures on the screen for y'all to see. Y'all see the consequences of being a single mother. Now, it might be quelled. Like I said, all of those, negatives that come from being a single mother could be quelled, could be dealt with having money. A family full of billionaires and multimillionaires. All of those issues could be dealt with, could be fixed, could be paid for. Understandable. But them nights she's crying herself to sleep is, she's trying to discipline her kids. They're not listening. They're laughing at her. I still remember that one video. She was in her car. Hey, sit down type thing. None of them was listening to her. That's where the father would be like, hey, sit your ass down. That type of shit. And they sit down, they quiet the rest of the car ride. That type of thing. That type of thing money can't pay for. I mean, I'm sure, Kim K could offer some hostile ass man out there some money, just for the discipline, but it's never going to be the same as the father. That's where I have to get into this narrative. That's why fathers are that important. I know feminism is trying to purport the opposite narrative, but they're wrong. All of the consequences of, single mother households is documented already. Feminism lied, and feminism messed up the household in that regard, making it seem like, oh, single mother, yeah, you should strive to be a single mother. Oh, being a single mother isn't that bad. Now imagine those same people with one kid. Kim K has a bunch, absolutely, but them nights she's crying herself to sleep, man. She need that father presence and she needs that father presence around. Stand on it, and I completely agree with it now. That father presence is absolutely necessary. And this is just personal experiences, right? But I want you to start to notice these things in your day-to-day lives. Them guys that you may be cool with, you may be friends with, you might just know them. You could tell sometimes when they're raised by single mothers. You could tell when they don't have male influence in their life. You could tell. They're very highly emotional, very erratic. They can't decipher certain things. They can't be, great decision makers and shit like that. It's all products of being raised by a single mother. Now, here's the thing. I don't want people to make it seem like I'm trashing single mothers, because a lot of times they're in situations not because of their own fault. The guy just, whatever. But when all is said and done, what the way the kid is being raised without a father, is very detrimental to them. Single father households do better than single mother households, and that says a lot. Feminism was trying to push single motherhood, like, oh, we don't need no man, blah blah blah, we don't need men to help, right? But all the proof is in the pudding. So, like I said, you see that one guy who's overly loud, overly trying to exert something, overly trying to, pretend to be something, overly trying to push a certain narrative about himself. I guarantee you he's with a single mother, being raised by a single mother. Guarantee you. Let me know what y'all think, though. I'm not gonna lie. I feel for Kim to a certain extent. I feel for her to a certain extent, okay? Because she's rich, multi-billionaire. I mean, come on. But I feel for her because being a single mother, and I think this pretty much confirms it, being a single mother, no matter the financial stability, will always be difficult. I feel for her, man. I'm not even gonna lie. All jokes aside, I feel for her. Let me know what y'all think, though, man. If you made it to the end, I really appreciate it. Like, comment, and what? Subscribe. Thank you. More videos coming soon, man. The sun is beaming on me right now, man. Ah!